wonderful afternoon, Link FM family. Back again with yet another episode of Money Matters, proudly brought to you by DCGsa, that is Debt Counseling Group South Africa, your trusted partners in financial restoration. As always, I'm joined here in studio by industry leader, Eastern Cape DCGsa representative, and debt counselor with over 15 years experience, Casper Lagrange. Casper, welcome back, man. Always good to have you.
Mr. K, yeah, always a pleasure to be here and to help our community to take control of their financial future.
Fantastic stuff, man. So, Casper, you're in a very important NRC or NCR rather, a webinar today. Big things are happening in the debt review industry, and the regulator is tightening the screws. Tell us more.
Oh yes, Mr. K, and it's actually so good to see. You know, today the National Credit Regulator officially introduced a new nationwide portal for issuing clearance certificates. And a debt counselor has so much power. If a clearance certificate is issued, that's the only thing in our law that can expunge any negative data regarding those accounts that were ever under this process, and consumers are rehabilitated back into the process. So there's so much power in the certificate, and the regulator is putting some important things in place. And this is a major step. Why? Because unfortunately, there are elements within our industry and actually outside our industry who have been cheating the system. Some debt counselors have been issuing fake clearance certificates and promising consumers things they legally cannot do, taking people's money and actually not delivering on what they are saying. And I think that's one of the big things why debt review has gotten such a bad name over time. This new portal will eliminate fake clearance certificates and make sure that only legitimately verified 100% correct clearance certificates are issued, so that consumers can apply for credit again, that they're rehabilitated back into the credit market. So the NCR is basically saying enough is enough. We are protecting consumers, and I honestly applaud them. Well done. And especially Mr. van der Gryp, Timmy van der Gryp, he's the legal guy there with Miss Louise Page at the NCR, and they have done a sterling job on cracking down. You know what? Actually, to share something that we've actually picked up the last couple of months here in our local municipality, there is guys approaching some of the municipal staff saying they are working with the municipalities to get them out of debt review and offering them consolidation loans and all of these things that are completely illegal, and the regulator is cracking down, and that's happening locally. So maybe you working at BCM or at one of our local municipalities and you are aware of the scam going around. Be very, very careful.
Yo, sounds hectic. Now, Casper, let's go ahead and break it down for our listeners. What exactly is a clearance certificate?
Great question. A clearance certificate is the final document that you receive when you have completed your debt review. This certificate confirms that all your short-term credit accounts under debt review are paid up. So this includes your loans, your credit cards, your clothing accounts, your vehicle finance, and your bond can actually remain, and you can exit the debt review as long as your bond is in good standing. And many people think they must finish paying off their bond first, and this is not true. They can exit even while they have a bond. The debt counselor then updates the National Credit Regulator system called the DHS system, the credit bureaus, and your credit score or your credit bureau status actually becomes clear. It expunges all those negative data even before you come to debt review, expunges that, and you are rehabilitated back into the credit market, and all your hopes and dreams, maybe sending your kids to university, getting a university loan, maybe applying for your first home loan, maybe even getting a new car because you need new vehicle again. So for responsible credit, you can apply again. And it is your ticket back into the normal credit life and entering that responsibly.
Fantastic. So, Casper, you have previously mentioned that people confuse debt review removal with clearance. Why is that dangerous?
Oh, I can tell you the nightmares.
Mm,
But let's just stick to the question, because there are scammers out there promising, pay me 9,000 rand and I'll remove you from debt review within 7 days.
yep.
Now, this amount sometimes, Mr. K, can go up to 22,000 rand, I believe was one of the things the regulator pointed out,
Yep.
something they came across. And Mr. K, this is completely illegal. Only the
True.
proper process can exit you. This new NCR portal makes it impossible for anyone to sneak you out of debt review and leave you in limbo, costing you thousands of rands, and therefore it will protect thousands of South Africans from being scammed.
Mm. Now, Casper, you always bring this home with wisdom, man. And people think that, debt can be sorted out with the snap of the fingers. Tell us more. Bust this myth.
Oh, exactly. People create debt over many, many years. You get into life. It starts with something small, or maybe it starts with a vehicle. You never know.
Yeah.
And through life circumstances, job losses, divorce, illness, economic pressures, COVID, all of
Mm,
those things. Um, but then they think it can be fixed overnight. Over sometimes a lifetime, you build up this big amount of credit, and then you think, yo, overnight I'm just gonna wish it away. Debt review is definitely not a punishment, but it is a journey of growth, a season of learning, discipline, and rediscovery. So use that time to learn how to manage money, build new habits, understanding your budget or budgeting, and heal financially. Become wiser and stronger.
mm,
And sometimes it also rehabilitates relationships. It rebuilds those relationships, and it also stabilizes those relationships. Because one day, that full installment you are paying now will become your money again. And you want to be wise with that.
mm.
So I know many people think, Mr. K, if only I had all my debt installments today, wow, I can go to Mauritius, I can actually buy a house, I can. Oh, some people, as bad as it can be, I can actually put bread on the table. And you know what? Through this process, that's such a wonderful process. That's unique to South Africa. We've got other countries coming to South Africa trying to learn from our debt review process. They
Mm.
said, wow, guys, how did you get this right? How did you make such a consumer friendly thing actually work? And yes, we did make it work. Yes, there's bad parts of it. Yes, there's always scamsters in any industry, but we got it right somehow. And that's a nice thing. That's a hope that this brings. Once you're done, you can exit. And people think, you in this forever. That's not the case.
Yeah.
With DCGsa, we're seeing our guys with cars and houses on average finishing in 38 months. When they take this on, and they take responsibility and work with their debt counselor, this can be done. And this is a lifeline, and it does work if you implement it correctly.
16:45 from the Buffalo Toyota afternoon drive. Coming towards the end of this chat with debt counselor DCGsa's Casper Lagrange. Now, Casper, let's close it off with our scripture for the week.
Absolutely, a verse about new beginnings, patience, and, as always, God's magic timing. Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season
Mm,
and a time for every purpose under heaven. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. Your season of debt review is not forever, it's a season of preparation. Stay faithful, stay patient. Your new beginning will come.
Love it, love it, love it. Now, Casper, how can listeners who are thinking, hey, I want to change in this season of financial hardship, like winter changes to spring and they want to become debt free, like spring changing to summer, how can they get a hold of you and your team?
Well, our early Christmas gifts to the listeners is
Uh-huh.
a completely free and confidential assessment. And I think that's a step for anybody is start your step with understanding where you're coming from. And you know, a free confidential assessment helps you with the budget. It helps you understand what's going on your credit bureau, on your credit check, and somebody to explain it, to listen to your situation and to try and guide you, because it's sometimes so difficult. It's like a table mountain when you sit in your own situation and you can't see the other side. You wish there was a cable card. Well, DCG is there to offer you that cable card to make it doable. So we don't sell debt review, we actually sell the assessments. That's actually obligation free and for free. And this will help you understand your options, your current situation, and your future. So if you want to get in touch with us, please send us a WhatsApp 061 432 8499. That WhatsApp number again, 061 432 8499. And then if you want to give us a phone call, that number is 086 100 1047. 086 100 1047. And maybe you're still at the office, you want to just pop us an email to say, wow, give me some information, book me an appointment. Email us help@dcgsa.co.za. And as always, please go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and as Mr. K always say, my favorite, tiki-toki, hey? So let's walk this journey together. You are not alone. And before you wipe your eyes, your debt is gone.
I love that. I love that. Casper, thank you so much, man, for coming through. Really appreciate your time as always. Have a blessed week.
You too, Mr. K. Till next time, to you and the listeners, have an amazingly blessed week.
Blessings.
Was proudly brought to you by